Welcome to the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. Discover with us and enjoy our holistic resources. Join us weekly on Wednesdays for our live talk show discussing the topics central to maintaining the holistic lifestyle you want. Each week we bring on leaders, product providers, and educators to enlighten and empower your natural journey in wellness. Let us begin.
Welcome to another Fabulous Wellness Wednesday here inside of Inner Light Radio, known as the Healing Frequency. And I tell you, it has been very, very sunny out here in the beautiful, beautiful Los Angeles, California. And I tell you, it's hot and it's the weather we're all looking for. This is the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We are here each and every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Our website is createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Our Facebook page is Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. Once again, Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. Dr. Rabb, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I was just about to say this morning, I did a lot of sharing with the people on, how to eat properly in the morning and how to, whatever throughout the day so they can have a better quality of life. And so many people come in here that, they have, you name it, they have all kinds of issues, but they all they're eating bad, or they're still eating bad, or they've been to the hospitals and the doctors are saying they want to cut this and chop that. And it's like, so I just tell them straight up, natural is best. This is what we do, and this is what I've been doing for 40 plus years, and a lot of people have gotten better, but some didn't. Why? Because they didn't follow the plan. It's like you have to treat some of these folks like babies. They keep asking you for help, but they don't want to do anything. So, but we're getting along well. I have a person that's working with me now that's a beautiful person, and she knows the ropes, and I've known her for many, many years. It was a godsend when she walked in here because Mary left and was leaving, and this lady came in just before Mary got out of here, and she said, I'd love to work with Dr. Rabb. I've known him all these years. And so now we're having a great time working with people.
That's awesome, Doc. That's awesome. We need more of that out there. We need to educate everyone, and you've definitely been doing that for years in the greater Los Angeles area. You do have a show on Wednesday mornings on the same network at 9 o'clock, which is great. Your facility's on Manchester Boulevard, Inglewood, California. So people out there, if you're ever out in that particular area, look up Dr. Rabb. He's right there for you. And give the name of your business, Doc.
The Holistic Health Service. Dr. Rabb's Holistic Health Service, and it's Manchester Boulevard, 429 West Manchester Boulevard, Inglewood, California.
Right up the street from the Great Western Forum, former home of the fabulous Los Angeles Lakers. All right. So listen, we're going to take our first commercial break, and we're going to get in our show today. Our special guest today is Ginny, and she's going to have a lot of things, wonderful things to share with us. We'll be right back.
My name is Michelle. I am the beauty boss of A More Beautiful You with Jafra Cosmetics. What is so wonderful about Jafra is that it is an essential business and fits into everyday needs for everyone in your family. Jafra offers over 500 products within 4 departments, and they are, department number 1 is our skincare department with our 5 exclusive Royal Jelly skincare lines powered by our Royal Jelly RJX technology. Number 2 is our on-trend gorgeous color and makeup line, a must-see. Number 3 is our fragrance from the world's top perfumers. And department number 4 is our body care for the entire family. Just added is our daily advanced hand sanitizers in 2 sizes. I invite you to visit my website to see more of A More Beautiful You with Jafra. My website is www.amorebeautiful-u.com. That is www.amorebeautiful-u.com. Thank you, and stay safe and well.
Hello, it's Dr. Vic. Finding the right supplement for your health can be very challenging. After years of research, I finally found the one supplement that made a difference. Fountain of Life, a Norwegian spruce extract. It's simply a game changer. Just 10 drops a day can make all of the difference. For more information, visit myopulence.com/Dr. Vic under health. That's myopulence.com/DRVIC. Fountain of Life is not a cure for any disease or ailment, but simply nature's powerful plant antioxidant. Stay well, my friends.
Welcome to the hemp industry, including new product CBD-based discoveries this year. It is a smart, organic personal care option today. Industrial hemp is one of the fastest growing segments of the wellness industry and is quickly emerging as a lucrative business opportunity for many. This emerging industry strives to create products that are designed to revolutionize the way people care for themselves. These products are well formulated to produce the finest quality of dietary supplements on the market, derived from industrial hemp containing proprietary CBD compounds that help support the body's endocannabinoid system. For more information regarding hemp, nano water soluble CBD, CBD pet care, CBD choices for your complete body, and receive your home delivery, visit The Lifestyle Store at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, The Lifestyle Store. It's at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Health is the new wealth.
That's right. Health is new wealth. You heard it right here on Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. This show is live, so if you have any questions, you can call in at 310-928-7733. Once again, 310-928-7733. All right. We're excited to present to you today Ginny Miller. She's a holistic wellness coach and vibrant energy practitioner, and certified in the Functional Diagnostic Nutrition, the Wellness Code Academy, Myers Detox Protocol, NES Health Bioenergetics. This lady's amazing. Ginny, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Johnathan. Thank you so much for this honor. I'm thrilled to be on your
listen,
show
it's
today.
our pleasure. Just hope I didn't leave out any of your credentials. I mean, the list is staggering.
Oh, I've got a few more. I've got the toolbox there.
I felt I was getting ready to get into a rap video verse there. I tell you, I was getting pretty busy.
Hey, that's an idea.
Yeah. So I'd like you to tell us a little about yourself and how you got into this wellness coaching and vibrant energy practitioner status, because it takes a little bit of work to get there. It usually comes with a specific amount of time.
Yeah, for sure. So it came to me because that was my destiny.
Mm-hmm.
I originally went to school to become a dental hygienist. I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, and I wanted to help people, so I knew that at a young age. I actually worked at
we lose you?
UCSF. Can you hear me? Johnathan? Am I still there? Hello.
I can hear you.
Oh, good. I guess we lost Johnathan there.
He'll be back on.
Story. Oh, okay, great. Thank you. I thought maybe nursing, and after working at UCSF as a receptionist, I realized no, nursing was not for me. So I went into dentistry, loved it for quite a while, although I started to see things that were not resonating with me anymore in terms of the treatments that were being diagnosed and recommended. I started to learn about holistic health and a branch of dentistry called biological dentistry, and I started thinking, wow, is this really good, what we're doing to people? Back then, we were still using mercury fillings, and there was just a lot of toxicity. Yeah, it started to take a toll on me.
Yeah, I still have that in my mouth. I got to get it out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you got to do it the right way. You want to see a really good biological dentist. But so after over 20 years of doing that, my body started to crash. I think part of it was kind of a spiritual crisis as well, because I was in conflict with what I was recommending to people, fluoride and all that. So rather than me voluntarily quit to look for something better, my body said, okay, you're not listening to these signals, so we're taking you out. And I really literally crashed in 2012 and got real sick. And I guess this is a very, common story for holistic practitioners, is I had to heal myself first, mind, body, spirit, all that. So it's been a profound journey. I was even bedridden at one point, but slowly was searching for things I could do for myself. And that's when I went into the Functional Diagnostic Nutrition program as a way to use functional lab tests to figure out. I had gone the conventional route like a lot of us do and could not get any answers. I got a few diagnostic labels, but they really did not serve me. And nothing that conventional medicine gave me made me better. In fact, it all made me worse and worse and worse. So I was determined to heal naturally, found out a lot through FDN, Functional Diagnostic Nutrition, about how my microbiome was all messed up from years of antibiotics and birth control pills and stress and chemicals, and started doing the physical detox and changing my diet. Learned that I was extremely sensitive to wheat and gluten, so getting that on my diet was really, really helpful. Learning how to move my body and exercise, all those foundational things I really took to heart and did. And I got to a certain level of wellness and decided, okay, I can take this information now and help other people. I'm not going back to dentistry, even though I could make a lot of money there. It just was not for me anymore. And so I started seeing clients, coaching them with all those basic things, the foundational things for getting well. And I could see that both for myself and for others, we kind of reached a plateau where, we're doing a lot better, getting vitality back, not sick all the time. But still, many of us, and I talked to a lot of colleagues too that were struggling, like not quite where we want to be with, just really being resilient and having lots of energy to do everything you want to do in life and feeling joy every day. So that's when I started exploring energetic medicine. And, I have healthy skepticism, but I was also open-minded. I, knew about Reiki and those kinds of things. But through other colleagues, I learned about some really cutting-edge, innovative type of ways to evaluate what's going on in your energy field. So I got certified in bioenergetics. And there's a couple of systems that I work with where we can scan the person's energy field and get a huge report that says where they might have blocks and distortions and ways to correct that, to reverse that. And I could see that that was taking a lot of us to the next level. And through that work, I learned that within your energy field, you can have negative trapped emotions. I mean, for your whole lifetime, you can be trapping these emotions if they're not fully processed and they get stuck in your energy field. And so that can be a block to healing. You could be doing everything on the physical, the biochemistry level. But if you got these weird things going on in basically your blueprint is what your energy field is. People have heard of chakras and Chinese meridian energy channels and auras and all that. So that is real. That's been validated now with quantum physics. These things are around us and they kind of dictate what happens in the physical part of the body. So that often needs to be addressed. What's going on with the energy field? How can we correct and balance that? And then what can we do to release any trapped emotions that haven't really moved on? Like you might not even be aware of them. And so I got certified in an incredible modality developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson called the Emotion Code. And it's really cool because you don't have to do psychotherapy.
Oh, that's interesting.
You don't have to, you don't have to rehab all your traumas and everything. You can just use a little chart of negative emotions and using energy testing. I use muscle testing, sometimes a pendulum. We can connect to that person's subconscious and get yes or no answers to our questions. Which emotion is it? We might need to know a little bit about when it got stuck. But then once that is brought into the light, the subconscious will say, okay, you've acknowledged this. Oh, got some music going on there.
No, that's somebody, my phone, I'll get it, I'll stop it.
Okay.
All right, sorry about that.
No worries. Yeah, and so with this emotion code, we can, just with intention and using the governing meridian, the major channel of energy flowing through the body, we can, myself and a partner client that I'm working with, we can release that energy. And the person usually feels it leave their body because it's just like lightening the load. And so that's another thing you can do to really accelerate your healing plan. And then the most profound, I think, and the most recent modality that I learned about and worked with for myself, I always have to do these things on myself first, right? Make sure it's really helpful for people. I don't want to do something that's, bogus and doesn't work and people are wasting their money on. But so I learned about something called PSYCH-K from a very good friend who was kind of on the same journey. She had been dealing with the same kind of health issues as I had and trying all these different things. And she learned about him, or this modality, through one of our heroes, Dr. Bruce Lipton. Mm-hmm. You know about him, Dr. Bruce Lipton?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So amazing guy, right? I think he's got the highest frequency on the planet today. He's so in tune with how our environment, which includes what we think and feel and believe, affects our biology. So his big book, 30 years ago or something, was The Biology of Belief. He's a cell biologist.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that.
He started lecturing. What's that?
Yeah, Dr. Brookh is on. Yeah, she loves that book. Yeah.
Love that book, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Brookh is on.
Now.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to be late, guys. Thank you. Hi there.
Yeah, an amazing book, right? I mean, everybody's got to read that one if they don't know about it. He also wrote, more recently, The Honeymoon Effect. So, anyways, I really love this guy, and he was lecturing all over the place and talking about, how your beliefs affect your biology. And people would say, yeah, but so I'm aware of that. I'm doing law of attraction. I'm doing my mantras. I'm trying, but it's not working. I'm not attracting the life I want. And that's when he started talking about PSYCH-K, psych meaning psyche or your soul, and mm-hmm. K is the key to your soul. And it's based on a process that Bruce's friend, Rob Williams, developed to have quick and easy mindset shift by accessing the subconscious programming that mm-hmm. runs at least 95% of our behavior. So when I added PSYCH-K into my coaching programs with people, that's where I really, really saw the needle move, where they could just, be on that trajectory towards consistent improvement in their health and reaching their goals, even relationship, monetary, financial gain, whatever it was. They could get that if they could reprogram their limiting beliefs. And I thought of that, Dr. Rabb, when you were talking about how some of your patients maybe have a hard time following the plan. It's like they listen to it, they want to get better, but they don't do what they're supposed to do. And it's so frustrating for coaches and doctors and everything. Well, sometimes I really think they need to get some kind of energy psychology modality into their program. It doesn't have to be PSYCH-K. There's NLP and EFT and all those things, whatever resonates with the person. But sometimes that is literally the key to them being able to follow through and not self-sabotage. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh my gosh, it's such a thing, because I've been following Bruce Lipton since before his first book. I'm a chiropractor, and he was in the field. I know he's a biologist, but I don't remember what his association with. I think his family has some chiropractors in it. But anyway, what I loved about him is that he was talking about beliefs and how they control the human biology instead of DNA and, well, even inheritance. And like, how does that is so different than what we learned. But like, so I'm in the weight loss industry. And so now when we think about like the things that hold us back, emotion, I mean, people know what to eat. They know how that works. They know healthy versus not healthy. Maybe they don't understand some of the biology, like the insulin and how that works. But what we don't seem to put together is the cortisol. Like, you're worried all the time. You're not losing weight because your body has to store it like fat because it needs something to encompass the worry stress hormones that you're doing and the acidity. So it's just, he's so magical. Like it just, every time I hear him speak, I think it's just magic.
I agree. Yeah.
From a different place. Yep.
Yeah. I am going to.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say I'm going to be able to meet Dr. Bruce Lipton in person next year. He's going to be at Mount Shasta, California. I live in California, so it's not too far from me. But he's going to be there with his wife doing like a 4-day retreat.
Wow.
So I'm so excited. I just want to hug that man.
Oh my God. Hug him from all of us.
Okay.
Well, it's just nice that people are getting out now. And I think there are more people are starting to take these retreats and these kind of things that they help themselves. I think it's kind of on the rise now, especially if it's outdoors, you know?
Absolutely.
I see that because people aren't taking some of those traditional vacations because there's so many things you just can't trust anymore. Like, you know, did they clean these sheets properly? It's just, I tell you, when I travel, you're going to laugh. I take I was in the Boy Scouts, I had one of those feather sleeping bags. I take a sleeping bag with me.
Do you really?
Right on top of the bed. I don't get no sheets. You know.
You're so funny. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, if I had a black light in that room, I tell you, I'd probably be scared.
Don't think about the little things.
Is that you, Johnathan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's easy to do because I like the backpack style of life, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's a controversial subject, but I'm just going to throw in a little thing to think about. There are a number of doctors now that I respect personally that are questioning everything about germ theory that we've ever learned. And
a long time. Yep.
I'm very open-minded. Yeah, so talking about what's going on in terrain, that's the inner environment of your body and the environment that your body and your cells are living in. That is much more important to focus on than scary pathogenic particles that are around us. So just consider looking into that because for me, it's very liberating to learn about this.
Yeah, I just feel more comfortable, you know.
You know, we always used to tell the story, like if you're on a bus, a public bus with 100 people, say, and one person sneezes, does everybody get the cold? And the answer is no. And it actually might have been Bruce Lipton that used to tell this story, to be honest with you. That's funny. But it makes us think about like, oh, so then what's the difference between the people who did get the whatever they were sneezing out and the people who didn't? Well, it's your body and you're where you are right now with your body. You know, have you been sleeping? Are you eating well? Do you have good friends around you? Are you watching funny movies or scary movies? It's all this stuff, all this emotion we don't even realize is affecting us. Like so many of the weight issues we're seeing, there's so much of the biology about this is that we're scared all the time. We've been living for the last 2 years under a lot of fear, and that's just not helping our body.
You know, I was talking about that last week because, you know, it's like when you have something wrong with you, I don't care if it's gout, you know, maybe a congestive heart failure, something. And then your body goes to like a little flicker or something, and you're sitting there waiting to see what happens. You know what I mean? You really have to condition your mind to not really focus in on that. And it's hard to do, but you have to remind yourself constantly to do it because you'll spend the whole day living in fear. Okay, when's something going to happen? When's something going to happen? And that's a terrible, terrible way to live.
Agreed.
you're imprisoning yourself. And that's why most of those self-help books that I've read on the mind and Earl Knight, there used to be this company called Success Motivational Institute out of Waco, Texas. And he just saw all of these Earl Nightingale things, Lead the Field and everything. All these books I've read, Think and Grow Rich, it's always about placing notes, different places to remind yourself this is how you should be thinking. Programming, keeping your brain programmed, because it could be both beneficial and detrimental at the same time, how it's utilized. And one thing Earl Nightingale always said, he goes, if you can control your mind, you surely can control your destiny here on earth. And I said, oh, yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
To a point, right?
Yeah.
But like the Think and Grow Rich, I had no idea until I read it probably 20 years ago that it's not about getting rich. It's about you can't, I know our guest, what was your name again? I apologize. Jenny, you were mentioning something about how people were doing all this positive thinking and they weren't getting what they want. Well, sometimes we're not making an exchange to be able to receive what we want. You can't just wish for good health and eat donuts and drive through all day long. There's got to be an exchange. And I love that Think and Grow Rich, because he talks about that, like kind of most of the common sense of like, you're going to have to make an exchange. If you want a healthy, svelte body, you're going to have to do something for that. If you want a lot of money, what are you going to exchange for that? So that's cool stuff.
So we can put the intention out into the field, but then we have to take inspired action. We can't just sit on our couch and expect it to come to us, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I say that to a lot of Christian
Some people do.
I say faith without action or works, you still have to put something with it.
Yeah, and I believe everything is energy. Everything is energy. So like you said, there has to be that exchange.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good word too, because there's going to be more of that. Especially, I think, if money goes away, you're going to get back to exchanging. That's how everybody survived. They exchanged.
That's a good point too. Yeah. And isn't that what we're doing anyway? I mean, when we're paying for something, we're paying because the value was that amount of money, or we wouldn't be paying it. And so I do love those wordings. My friend Kim taught me that, and I've used it ever since. Yeah.
I like to go back in time when someone actually created money and who said this was worth more than that. I'd like to be in that conversation.
Yeah, that's funny.
You said this color was more, affordable than this color. Who says this Jackson Pollock painting is any better than this other painting? It's amazing. Perception is everything. And some people do a really good job at that.
Beliefs. Yeah, it's the beliefs. Mm-hmm. Great.
Well, there are some people that say that we're in a time that has been forecast for eons by the ancient cultures, and that we're heading into the golden age. But for that to happen, the old systems will have to just die away, however that happens.
Absolutely.
They explode on themselves.
It seems like
let's just let them fall apart, the whole rich money financial system, right, and create our own new system. We don't need that anymore.
And it's not.
I think kind of what's fighting right now is controlness versus non-being controlled. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think some of those old systems too controlling. It's set up by individuals for their own greed. And what's happening now is people are trying to do away with that. And get to sharing and, living a different life. That's how I feel at this point, based on, this conversation you guys are having.
Well, and change. I mean, people, they think that they fear change and change is hard, but sometimes, like right now, how many of us feel good enough to actually be able to think about what our dreams would be and then have the physical ability to actually go do those things, like the energy. Like if you wanted to start something like a nonprofit or something, how do you work all day and then do that at night? So few of us have the energy to do that. But changing something could make that actually happen. So why wouldn't we want that? But nobody explains that to us in the full circle, right?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, Dr. Rabb?
Change is different, but sometimes it's better. Yeah.
Lately I have been doing a lot of things along with getting my own vision thing, back together. but I have a lot of people right now that are coming into my facility, and they want things, but they don't want to do anything. You know, I'm serious. It's like we have a program that we call it a general cleanse. It has 7 different items, and it's been working for years and years and years. Well, there are people who will come in and say, well, but I don't like that. I don't like that. And I just say, well, I tell you what, it'll be a little quicker. Tell me what you like, and then I can tell you whether it's time for you to leave or not. You know, and I don't say it in a mean way. No, because, see, the thing is, so many people eat what they like. They don't eat what's healthy. You know, they have taste bud issues, so that's what they want to put in their body. And they come in with lumps and bumps and all kinds of issues. They're on dialysis and this and that. And some of them really dealing with cancer. I would tell them all the time, we do not do cancer. We don't do allopathy. We don't do that kind of medicine here. We're doing natural. Everything in here is natural. And there are a lot of, we have lots of folks that do come in and get better, and they tell you about it. And, you know, I'm approaching my 80th birthday in a few days here, and you at that age, I mean, you know, and they make me feel real good, but whatever. But
they don't know what health looks like.
Right. I enjoy dealing with people who are open and they want your help. But those who get, well, I don't like that. Now, I'm ready to leave. But I don't. Yeah. I stay calm and let them finish, and then, then tell them, okay, if you're not ready to do some detoxing, you're not ready. When you're ready, come back.
Yeah, you know what? You have to have enough. So as soon as you've had enough of something, you change. And sometimes we're going to do, okay, you haven't had enough yet. You haven't had it. You're not there yet.
Yeah.
But when you want to do it, you'll do it. And with the quickness, you'll do it. You're like, okay.
You'll be done. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell you guys something I'm really embarrassed to say, you know, but I'm going to share it, okay? So I was in Long Beach one day, and I'm feeling good. You know, I pretty much got myself not all the way disciplined, but, you know, I'm working on it. You know, it's not something you do all the time. So you guys are going to hate me for this. I saw McDonald's, and I said, you know, I haven't had a Big Mac in years. You know what I mean? So I went in there, and they had a special. You know, that a special, you know, you get
2 for 1.
Yeah, 3 choices, you know, 2 for 5. I took 2 bites of the Big Mac and I threw it away. I said, oh God. I said, you know, boy, has this thing changed.
Good for you.
Boy. I said, or if I had changed, you know what I mean? And then I thought, well, this filet of fish has got to be better. I mean, I took 1 bite of that thing, threw it away. I said, I am completely done. But you know what? You know, I had a moment there. I thought, but it just goes to show you can't get off your plan. You can't get off your action. I mean, my body just did not accept it. It said, buddy,
and that's
don't
a beautiful
do this
thing.
ever again. But that's just how clean it runs. And like I say, most weeks here, I would love to find someone to come on the show to speak about procrastination. I'd love to find that expert speaker. I have not been able to find one over the years. So if anybody out there is a procrastination expert, give us a call.
Right. So Jenny, tell me about some of the people that you see.
Well, I can help people with almost anything because we can look at the root causes. If they want to do functional medicine lab testing, we can do that. But frankly,
procrastination
where I'm at right now, well, PSYCH-K is the thing that can help with any of those types of hang-ups that people have. That willpower alone just, you know, won't do it, won't change it because it's so ingrained. It's part of their subconscious programming.
Damn.
They have every intention to do. I'm going to start exercising next week, 3 times a week for 50 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and they put it off.
The rules.
They put it off. Yeah, but we've got to go in just like a computer program. We can go in and extract that program that probably got in there before age 7. That's when we're like sponges. We've got that super brain consciousness where everything just goes in, no filter. But we can identify that with PSYCH-K, and then using muscle testing to talk to the subconscious and finding out what the desired new program should be. We can then extract and install. And then we set up a couple of action steps the person can take over the next couple of weeks to prove to their conscious mind that what they did can really help them now follow through with their intention, their goal statement that they could not, for some reason, achieve in the past because they had that program running the show. It sounds really simplistic, but when you get the person in what's called a whole brain state, which we use body postures and different statements and movements of the eye, kind of like NLP type thing. When we can get that right brain and left brain communicating together simultaneously, that's when the new program can be accepted. And so, things that people have had for their whole life, even phobias, can be reprogrammed sometimes in 15 to 20 minutes. It's quite amazing.
The brain is so amazing. Our body is so amazing. We have no idea yet.
That's right. We have no idea how powerful we are to change these things. The information
absolutely
has been deliberately kind of kept secret from humanity so that we stay sick and dependent on medications, right?
There's no money in health.
Yeah. Right. Why should I get you healthy? Then you're
not for them.
Right.
Lots of money.
Exactly. Not for them.
Yeah. For us,
so going back to your
not the big corporations.
The vast majority that I'm attracting now are people that have done everything. Like they've gone the conventional route, realize that's not for them. They've even often seen many holistic practitioners, and usually you get some benefit. You're making progress, but people are feeling stuck. And that's when they say, okay, what else can I try? And then they become more open to these things like energy medicine, trapped emotional traumas, bioenergetics, PSYCH-K, and they're like, okay, I'm ready for that. I want to get to the next level. And so those are the people I really love to work with because they usually have a really good knowledge of holistic health already. They're eating a clean diet, they're doing all those things, but they're not where they're wanting to be exactly. And a lot of them are looking for their life or their soul's mission, their passion, their purpose, whether in, career, could be a relationship thing. And if they haven't addressed that could be a huge thing that's holding them back. So I can help with that as well.
Yeah, if you
Do you
start
think
dealing
that's
with
changed a lot
relationships.
since the shutdown? Oh, sorry for that.
No, go ahead.
Jenny, do you think that's changed a lot after the shutdowns and everything? Are people, like what Dr. Rabb talked about, people all of a sudden not following through on something that has worked for years? I'm finding that. My colleagues are finding that. That seems to be a post-COVID thing. What are you seeing? Like, is this a new type of people you're attracting, or is that kind of the same thing, or has it changed?
I think it has changed. Yeah. Personally, as horrible as COVID has been, for the globe, I think it's also been a gift in a way. So many people had the time to wake up. They're seeing things that are not consistent in what doctors and governments are telling them. They're questioning their own, life. Do I really want to be at this horrible job? I got some time off. Now I got perspective. What's important to me? What's my priority? I want to be with my family. Do I really want to be fighting with my family over this stuff? Will I let this whole controversy destroy my relationship with my spouse, my parents, my kids? I think people are becoming just more aware of what they're thinking and believing and what they want from life. And so I think that is part of why I'm attracting more of those people right now.
It's a beautiful thing.
All
Yep.
right. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a commercial break. We're having a great conversation here. This is the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We are live. You want to call in? It's 310-928-7733. We'll be right back.
Hey there, Detox Jenny here. Is your digestion poor, painful, or just plain stuck? If so, please consider doing a short 3 to 10 day juice cleanse with my company, Earthly Juices. You can visit us at bringmejuice.com. You will be surprised what a difference a short cleanse can make within your body and your overall well-being. Our organic farm-to-table juice cleanses are handcrafted to exclude your allergies and geared towards solving your health issues. Call 310-404-6804 and mention this show and receive a free quart of juice with your first order. You can also find us at www.bringmejuice.com, or you could write us your detox questions at earthlyjuices@gmail.com. We can't wait to bring that juice to your doorstep.
I tell myself again and again, I'm happy about my favorite juice from Jen. I tell myself again and again, well, Earthly Juices, they make the best juice cleanse.
Hi, this is Dr. Nathan Rabb Jr., host of The Natural Way, which you can hear live on InnerlightRadio.com every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On The Natural Way, you will learn about alternative strategies to common medical practices to overcome some of the most common physical and mental maladies in the world today. The program is a live call-in show, so you can engage me by calling 310-928-7733 with your health-related questions. For private consultations, please call my office. That's at 310-419-4372. You can also reach me on the web at Dr. Dr. Nathan, Nathan, Rabb, Rabb.com. Be sure to tune in to The Natural Way every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, live on InnerlightRadio.com. The Healing Frequency. I'm Dr. Nathan Rabb. We see you on the air. Peace.
Historically, our ancestors lived 100% organic and natural, simply grazing off the green earth with fresh fruits and vegetables and blue oceans filled with seafood. Allowing your mind, body, and soul to be naturally healthy is how we were meant to live during this journey of our lives. We invite you to visit The Lifestyle Store. Once again, The Lifestyle Store, for all of your family's health and wellness needs. Simply click on The Lifestyle Store at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Keep this in mind. Health is the new wealth.
All right, we are back. Answered for themselves.
Right. No, it's a great question. And I would have to say I would talk to the person a lot before making those kind of recommendations, because I like to meet people where they're at. Like I said, a lot of people have already done a lot of that kind of work that are coming to me, but sometimes I will get somebody that's kind of new to holistic healing. So I have people fill out pretty extensive intake forms first about what they're already doing, what their diet looks like, their stress management, their supplements, how they're moving their body, their spiritual practices. I like to get a sense of what they're doing, so I'm not being redundant telling them to do something I already know. And then I spend 2 hours on Zoom with them, and we do a deep interview. We talk about their whole life, basically, everything from birth on, and get just a picture of what's happened in this person's life, any traumas they've had, their aspirations, what they want out of life, what's going on with their relationships, their happiness with their career. I get it all, right? So then I've got a good sense what this person's all about. And then we start with looking at the foundational tools, aspects of wellness. So if it looks like they're eating a diet that is full of inflammatory foods for them, and I get really customized when I'm giving those kind of recommendations about diet, because I don't actually think that there's one perfect diet that works for everybody. I think it really depends on what's going on with that person's gut health, their microbiome, their toxicity levels. Are they able to digest things? So something that might be really good, raw vegetables for one person, if someone's got SIBO and, just not a lot of digestive fluids, they might have a really hard time with raw vegetables at that particular time in their life. So we've got to figure out what they need right now to get better. So we definitely want to, diet is foundational for sure. The gut is foundational. But then we also want to look at, are you moving your body enough every day? Are you moving in the right way? Or are you over-exercising? Are you taking time to quiet your mind in any way that resonates with you? There's traditional meditation. Some people just can't do that. They just struggle. Their mind's going crazy, especially in today's world. We got so much information. So there's tools like HeartMath. I'm a HeartMath coach. There's tools where you can use biofeedback to learn how to get quiet and create this coherence between your brain and your heart. Mm-hmm. You can just pet your kitty cat. You can go for a nature walk, whatever it is. But people really need to have that in their life, a time for quietness and peace and reflection and listening to source energy, whatever that means to them, getting some connection with source, God, higher self. I think that's just as important as everything else. And then are they sleeping? Are they getting good quality sleep? We need to do sleep hygiene.
I don't think anyone's sleeping anymore.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Big part of that,
I
believe, is yay, somebody's sleeping. I believe all the negative frequencies that we are being bombarded with are definitely interrupting our circadian rhythm and our ability to calm our nervous system and get good sleep. So we look at, are there things you can do to at least minimize your exposure, or wearing EMF jewelry that helps strengthen your field. And then, of course, as I've already talked about, we look at, you have mental, emotional stress, emotions that, have been trapped, trauma that is playing a role in your body and mind not working properly. So we can do work on that. We can look at the subconscious beliefs. And I say get in nature every day, even if it's cold outside, 5 minutes outside, touch a tree, look at a flower, do some gardening, walk barefoot, anything you can do. We have to get back into nature because we've been so disconnected in this, high-tech, modern, fast-paced world. And slow down when you're eating. Don't eat everything. Really
everything
make your meal a ritual. Yeah, all of the above.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get a Jamba Juice account. I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, I'd like to take this moment, Ginny, so you can give out your contact information. Just repeat everything twice so people have a chance to write it down. That would be great.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so my website is New Vibrant You, so it's spelled out YOU, newvibrantyou.com. So you can go there. When you're there, there'll be a pop-up, and you can register for a free copy of my Vibrant Energy Morning Routine. So I'm going to share with you everything I do every morning to stay really energetic and vibrant and joyful. You can also go to the services tab and click on Book Now, and the top service is a free complimentary call with me called the Discovery Call. It's about 30 minutes. And if you're thinking that you might want to work with me, you want to know more about individual services, as well as I have customized packages, programs to help you know with a big goal that you have. So we can have that little chat and see if I might be, a good person to help you with that. I am on Facebook. Ginny Miller is my individual profile, but you can go to Vibrant Energy Now. It's the old name of my company, Vibrant Energy Now. It's a business page, and I have a group that you can join if you'd like called the Vibrant Energy Tribe. You can ask to join that, where we can all talk about things we can do to uplift each other and raise our frequencies. That's about it. I'm on Instagram and all, but you'll see all the links.
Okay. Dr. Rabb, your closing thoughts.
Well, as I see things now, and I'm working with more and more people, and I have a wonderful person that came aboard after my 30-year assistant left and went back to Mississippi to her home. Life is much better, and my left eye is working really good. I can see all the way to wherever. It's a great thing. I'm blessed. I can't. There's no hoo-hawing and crying and none of that. No, I'm a blessed individual, and to have somebody walk up. I mean, I've known this person for years back, but I hadn't heard from them for a long time. And she happened to come in one day, and Mary was still here, but getting ready to leave. And she told her, she said, "Yeah, I'm going to be leaving," and the lady said, "Well, you think I can?" And, it's somebody that I had known years ago. And now we have just the greatest relationship going with dealing with all these people, and she's helping so much. I just say thank God for good people.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Just
something
the
definitely
radio
to be happy about.
Sit there, come on in.
Dr. Brookh, your closing thoughts.
Great. My closing thoughts are I should really push the mute button because that's what it's there for. No, yeah, I just have to.
Well, this confirms that we're live.
Right, we are live, and we are busy practitioners because I've got a patient waiting. So yeah, no, I have loved Bruce Lipton and his information because it really helps us to dig into the biology of how our body works as to what's going on in the world. So, and in our own personal life. So thank you for sharing him with us today. That's great, and I just love the work you're doing. So keep on, and thank you for doing what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Brookh. Thank you very much. It's been an honor to be on the show.
Welcome.
I'm going to look into everything that all you guys are doing. It looks awesome.
Yeah, and Jenny, my thoughts are, I think it's great. If you've ever captured any of these things on video or these thoughts of yours, let me know. Then I'll post them. So sometimes it's good.
I'm going to be doing more and more of that. I have a little bit on YouTube right now, but I'm going to start doing every week some videos. So I will.
Yeah, I'm interested in that because people love video. I tell people all the time, you're building a website and you have a Q&A section. I wouldn't even do the text really. I would make them all videos. You ask the question that you answer it. People will do that much better than trying to read it all.
It's
people
so true.
want to.
I agree.
Yeah,
I just hired somebody to help me with that.
Yeah, I'd rather look at something than go through and read it all because, my brain just rather see than read for some reason. I even think they said in the schools they even wonder if they're going to teach cursive writing anymore.
They're not. Wow. They haven't been for years. My kids can't read it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is interesting. So, if you just tuned in, this has been a great show here, with Jenny. And once again, this is a platform we broadcast on. It's Interlight Radio, and, they're here 24 hours. You can go to our website, createyourholisticlifestyle.com. That's createyourholisticlifestyle.com. There's a player button there, so you can go through our time. You can just go on there and push the player, and you'll listen to anything that's there. Of course, today is Wellness Wednesday. There'll be other practitioners that are here. And we're here every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. And we thank you for being here and sharing the show and so forth. And I say in the future, you can always send us a message or respond on our Facebook page. We want to thank you for tuning in this week. And we want to have you come back with us and enjoy your week out there and learn something new. And, talk to these practitioners and find out and get your questions answered. Don't be afraid. You'd be surprised what's on the other side of a great conversation. You have a great week out there. We'll see you next time.
Peace and love.
All right. Thank you, Jenny, for being on. Dr. Brookh, have yourself a great week, love.
We love you.
Thank you for joining us on the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We are a globally hosted show dedicated to sharing holistic lifestyle events, practitioners, products and services, and useful information. Visit our website, createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Of course, our Facebook page is Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We'll see you next week.
Namaste.
Get yourself together. No,